You're here to receive a very special psychic prescription, much like a weather report, for how to best work with the universal energies that will be present this week. And that's the week from the 4th of April to the 10th of April 2020. I'm Kylie Savage Psychic, and this is the weekly Oracle card reading. Now, I need for you to all just take a moment and just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's just take a moment to arrive in the now. And I need for you to choose a number intuitively between 1 and 4. And you can do that now. Right, got your number? I need for you to remember that, because that's going to be the number of the card whose message is just a little bit more relevant and pertinent to you and for whatever is going on in your life right now. Let's dive in. If you had card number 1, your card, which is the anchor card, is higher power. So the story in motion for this week is about connecting with our higher power. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first heard the word higher power, I was like, what? I had no idea what that meant. I was in a spiritual fellowship at the time, and there were all these people talking about their HP or higher power. And I was like, what is that? I'd grown up in a religion, and I'd grown up with the word God to describe a higher power. And then when I got into a spiritual fellowship when I was around 25, I was asked to choose a concept of God that I could relate to. A God that was personal to me, a God of my own understanding. And I became familiar with the term higher power. And now I still call God God, or God Goddess, or Divine Spirit, or my Creator, because I did hear that the word God can be very triggering for some people, and I understand that. I have met and had personal experience with people whom for the word God is very triggering and quite traumatic. So look, it's up to you. If you don't like the word higher power, if that's not okay for you, throw it out. Try something else on. Whatever your understanding of a higher power is, what you're being asked to do this week is to consciously connect with them, to consciously co-create your life with them, to remain steadfast in your faith and your trust that there is a higher power. There is a divine creative intelligence that's behind everything, that's with everything, for everything, and that has everything in hand. And I don't know about you, yet that really gives me some relief. I've spent the last, it's over 20 years, developing conscious contact with my own higher power. And it's been a journey. There's the J word. And it's a daily, I have a daily spiritual practice. So whatever a higher power is for you, it's just something greater than you. It's a power that you can go to ask for assistance and support from. And we can do this in a number of ways. And I'm just going to hand it back to you and let that be completely your decision and completely up to you. If you have any questions, if you'd like to know about my own spiritual practice and whether or not I can be of any assistance to you, please get in touch with me. I'm always happy for you to contact me by my Facebook page or send me an email. So this week, we need to know that there is a plan, that there is a divine plan unfolding, and we are all a part of that. I keep seeing this message about all one, which is, you can see the word alone and then insert another L and see all one. And I remember when somebody introduced this concept to me, and they said to me something which was quite startling, because my frame of reference was religion, that we have God, and that God was this higher being which was very separate from us mere mortals down here on earth. And this person said to me, Kylie, do you get it? Do you understand? We are all God. No, I didn't want to miss out. So I said, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. I did not get it. Not at that time. And to be honest, sometimes it's something that I still struggle with and I'm still challenged by. So I see my daily spiritual practice as something that's continuing to evolve and grow as I do. Yet my faith does assist and support me in my daily life in very practical ways. And I understand the message of this card and this week, and my prayers are being answered with this card showing up. We all need to know that we are not alone. Okay, if you pick card number 2, your card is Message in a Bottle. So, I practice something which I call living an intuitive way of life. A message in a bottle is the card that is all about the signs and synchronicities that Spirit send us. Now, I've come across clients many times who've said, I'm not seeing any signs. I'm not receiving any signs. I don't get any signs from Spirit. And sorry, I got to call BS. Spirit is always in communication with us. And yet, sometimes we have the too busy sign up on the door. The do not disturb, or I just can't hear you right now. What makes you so special and different that Spirit wouldn't show up for you? Nothing. There is absolutely no reason why Spirit would not get in contact with you. And there's every reason to know and understand that you can be in conscious contact with the universe, with life, with your higher power, with love, whatever you want to call it, continually on a daily basis, and that this can't be a part of your daily spiritual practice. Sometimes we do receive the signs, we almost get hit over the head with them, and it's not until we reach a crisis point that we stop, we pause, we listen. So who was it that moved away? Spirit is always there, always showing up for us. It's up to us to do our part. It's up to us to do the work on our side of the street and make sure we are a clear channel and that we can receive communication from Spirit and that we're open to all the ways they do this. It's our judgment that gets in the way. We think this should happen. This should happen a certain way. This is how it happened for other people, so that's how it has to happen for us. I'm calling BS again. Connecting to Spirit, I've found, is like learning another language. And it's a language we can all learn, and we have a lot of say in how this unfolds. It can be a unique experience for us because your connection to your higher power is unique to you. Your spiritual practice is unique to you. It may have similarities with other people, but it's your own. You really can make this up as you go along, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's probably a lot right with it. Trust yourself, receive the signs, get in contact, get in communication, and get your show on the road. No place like home. If you pick number 3, it's no place like home in protection again. Now, we had this card last week, and it was saying basically, if you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. We need to get out of ourselves this week. We need to get out of our comfort zones. We need to do something different. There's a great book by Bill O'Hanlon. It's called Do One Thing Different. It's a terrific philosophy. I absolutely encourage the book and to give it a go. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you're in a rut, your energy is lagging, shake things up a bit and do something different. Yeah, a lot of us are all stuck at home right now. I get that. Doesn't mean that you have no power. Doesn't mean that you don't have any agency. It doesn't mean that you are still not co-creating your life with the divine. Come on, people. Start listening. Do one thing different. You've got this. The fates Number 4, if you pick number 4, this is your card. And basically, this card's message is the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the Fates card is opposite the higher power. So use the serenity prayer this week. Yes, there's lots of things out of our control right now. That's why the philosophy of the serenity prayer is so important. If you can't get with a serenity prayer, find something else that works for you. This is all about surrender, accepting, and letting go. Let go, let Goddess. That's another good way to say it. Just remember that you're not alone. Your higher power is there for you. They're showing up for you, and we need to do our part. So chant the serenity prayer like a mantra, write it all over your bathroom mirror in liquid chalk, put it up on posters, make artwork, sing it. I don't care what you do. Just be there for yourself. Use the tools that you've been given. Like, really use them. And you'll be a shining example to those people around you, sending out that positive ripple into the world. Who doesn't need that right now? Okay, and then I chose from the Crystal Spirits Oracle, also by Colette Baron-Reid. And I forgot to say those 4 cards were by the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. A Crystal Spirits Oracle card, and it's Rose Quartz. This is so beautiful. The message of Rose Quartz is unconditional love. You've got higher power as our anchor card, and then you've got Rose Quartz. And see that beautiful pink colour? That pink colour is the colour of unconditional love. You may want to surround yourself with a beautiful light pink this week, even if pink's not really your jam. If you'd like to know more about colour therapy and aura colours, I encourage you to look up Dougal Fraser, and he has a book called Your Life in Colour. Dougal is a beautiful, loving, gentle, very giving soul, and he's very knowledgeable about aura colours and how you can work with them. So unconditional love. If you have rose quartz, break it out. Wear the bracelets, wear the pendants, put a pink ribbon in your hair, apply some pink eyeshadow or lipstick. All of that really is colour therapy. If you have the rose quartz crystals, surround yourself with them this week. Make crystal gem elixirs. Do whatever you can. Yet the message really is you are unconditionally loved. And our last card, and that is from, what I have to think, the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck by Angela Hartfield. And that is be gentle with yourself. I'm not sure if you can see, but there are 2 deer in there, a young male and a female. And the symbol of the deer is gentleness, and it's also diplomacy. And I think that, a lot of us may need diplomacy and tact right now, especially when we're dealing with communications and conflict resolution. So Spirit want to acknowledge that if you are having a very challenging time at the moment, hey, yeah, you're loved unconditionally, you have their support, and they want you to be gentle on yourself. They want you to acknowledge you are doing the very best that you can in this moment. And, up the self-care, up level the self-compassion, really be your own best friend this week. And the more you fill up your own cup, we can feed people from the overflow of our cup. That's a tricky concept to get with. I understand that. I still find that challenging. Yet, I really think it's very helpful. If we're burnt out and run down, we have nothing left to give in the tank. It makes sense. We need to fulfill our own needs and look after us so that we can be there for others. Al-Anon has a great saying, or they, took it from somewhere, about applying your own oxygen mask before you put on anyone else's, if you're on a plane. And that message is really pertinent at this time. So be gentle on yourself. Bullying yourself, criticizing yourself, it hasn't helped you to change so far, and it's really not going to help you this week. Be kind. Okay, that was the message for this week. I'm going to trust that you all have the very best week that you can, that you're going to be kind to yourself, you're going to use that serenity prayer. And if there's anything that I can assist and support you with, please get in touch. Remember to go over and like my Facebook page and follow it, Kylie Savage Psychic. You can get in touch with email, kyliesavagepsychic@gmail.com, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. Many blessings on your week.